following is a presentation of TFNN. The Power Trading Hour with your host, David White. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, David White.
And welcome. Today's the fourth polar? I don't understand that. Oh, on my charts. Well, thank you. Man, everybody is so quick here on that. I forgot to update my third to a fourth. And I will do that right now. How's that? I respond almost instantly. This is David White, the one and only host of the Power Trading Hour, your humble, lovable, squeezably soft host. Once more into the breach do we go, dear friends. And someone announced that we keep changing the date every day. And sometimes you forget. At least I'm not still writing 2015 on checks. Remember when people used to actually write checks? I'm trying to remember the last time I wrote one. It's been a while. I had to write my name the other day, and it'd been probably a couple of months. You forget how quickly you lose some of those skills. Of course, we had a lot of rock and roll, a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll today. And most of that had to do with jobs numbers out there this morning. Everybody wanted to first take them a little bearishly. Now they want to take them bullishly. I have a feeling that a lot of the bullishness came from a lot of selling into the Forex markets for dollars. And there may be a couple of reasons for that, but I suspect the number one is that we're down to basically one policy, and that is the Treasury continuing to put a fire hose worth of dollars into the market to keep the dollar down. Every time it seems like it's getting ready to go break out that 100 and run to 103, somebody, it's got to be the size of the U.S. government, or it's got to be the size of some major central bank government like China or England or maybe all of the euro that is trying to keep this going down. I have a feeling it's the United States. And I'm just wondering how long it goes on before China just says, and we just devalued our currency another 20%. Up yours, America. You and Donald Trump, go put that in your pipe and smoke it. I don't think they'd say something like that. Whatever they said, I'm sure I wouldn't understand it. That's first of all. They speak a whole different language over there. You know what I mean? What else is going on out here? Well, we're up 13 points on the S&P cash. There is some significant volume, 3.77 billion shares as we start the show. So it's not one of these days where we have any kind of problem with the volume on Friday. The problem I see, again, is back a great deal more with the individual stocks that look like they're kind of pushed out. It looked to me like maybe there were a bunch of positions around this 2,000 mark on the S&P cash that they ran out of the market today, and it's probably still running out. But I just don't see a great deal of energy actually in the individual stocks. Not saying that they're going to open 20% lower on Monday. Just that I would not be surprised to see a fairly decent pullback to the 1880 level, even if you were bullish on this market. I think you could make a good case that we could pull back 25 points just in the FOMC meeting next week. That is on Wednesday, and I think the announcement comes at 2 o'clock. I will check that for Monday, but I think it's like 2 o'clock on Wednesday. So we've got a bit going on out here. I'm told I get a pass this time on not updating my date. I did update my Christmas or my Easter egg here, though, at the bottom of the chart. Everyone seems normal until you get to know them. How true that is. Anyway, we start off every day about this time.
The following
And a little quick on the draw were they at the office today. But we've got to get on to some other stuff.
That it's all just a little bit of history repeating.
On this day, 2005, what did we have going on? Billionaire Martha Stewart got out of jail, released from federal prison near West Virginia after serving 5 months for lying about her sale of M-clone stock in 2001. After a televised exit from the facility, Stewart flew on a chartered jet from nearby Greenbrier International Airport to New York, where she would serve out the remaining of her 5-month home confinement on her 153-acre Bedford, New York estate. Probably cost her billions of dollars, but also probably a great lesson, one that you should share with any of your children, and that is that if the feds want to get you, they will find something. I can think you could make a great case that if she wouldn't have been one of the most horrible people in the world. The comment, talk about being trapped like a rat. Only 153 acres to roam in? Ha! Anyway, this is a great example of how the government can get you no matter what you want to do, and why you should never talk to anybody from the government. They're never there to help you. But even the lie that she supposedly told when I was reading it, I thought, man, they really want to get her. They just want to get her. And I read the testimony and followed it because it seemed fairly interesting at the time. And of course, if you're trading correctly, you're probably not trading all the time. Gives you a lot of time to read and reflect. And of course, I kind of knew that she was a horrible person. So there's a little bit of Schadenfreude in the whole thing with Martha Stewart. But what they didn't really tell you in that, and if you didn't follow it very closely, was that she was a horrible person. But later on, there was a movie made, The Devil Wears Prada, and it was a combination of Martha Stewart and another gal that actually ran the Vogue magazine. But as horrible as she was kind of the archetype of the way that she treated her employees. There were lots of audio tapes that her employees kept because she was so incredibly mean and vicious. Now, what happened was when they went to court, guess who was testifying in or around her behalf? All these people that she treated incredibly, horribly nasty. And of course, they'd all moved on to other jobs by the time this court case had actually come to light. You know, this is 4 years later. And they took no end to the amount of joy of maybe coloring the testimony. And of course, once the jury heard some of the tapes that some of those folks kept, she could have been totally, completely innocent. And they would have gotten her for Lindbergh's baby. They would have said, okay, you're guilty of kidnapping. I know it happened 50 years ago before you were born, but I don't care. They were ready to put her in the electric chair. Don't talk to the feds. They're not there to help.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Dave takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
And we're back. What else do we have? I'm going to talk a little bit about Tech Insider stuff today, and then we'll get into charts. There's not a ton of stuff I have to talk about in technology. So we'll try to get it done a little earlier, and then we'll look at a great deal more stocks out here today. New study from AAA says that 75% of motorists are afraid of self-driving cars, and only 20% would trust an autonomous vehicle to chauffeur them around town. 84% believe they can drive better than a computer. 60% believe that the technology is too new and untested. 57% don't want to shell out the extra dough for it. 50% say they don't know enough about it. 45% say it's annoying. And all I got to say is, if you think there's traffic now, just wait till a bunch of cars are programmed to do nothing and not move over and do everything else they're supposed to do. Can you imagine a bunch of cars? You're in the autonomous vehicle, hoping that someone will let you in. You know what those people are going to be? Those are going to be people that are on A1A until they hit, I would imagine, all the way down to Key West. No one's ever going to let one of these autonomous vehicles in. They'll, I can just see it. Just kind of hang around on it. These things are going to stop. People are going to plow into the back of them. It's going to take a great deal to move everybody into cars. Kind of like, I guess the first one I saw was in that movie Sleeper with Woody Allen. You had kind of like a little white egg that used to, that flew, kind of drove all around. Kind of interesting. I don't think they're going that far very quickly. I'm thinking 2020, 2025 might be when we first see some of these things actually make it out. I think there's a little bit of resistance to them. Other things going on out here. If you think hiring is tough, we also have maybe another problem, and that is it's becoming very hard to hire very qualified people for hacking, apparently. A magazine, online digital magazine about this kind of stuff is called Digital Shadows. Not to be kind of confused with Dark Shadows, a show that I loved in my very young times. I don't know how many people remember that show. Barnabas Columns. I always thought that was so interesting. At 10 or 12 years old, I thought it was interesting. Anyway, they face the same kind of problems as defending security organizations, but with their own particular twists, writes Maria Korvalov. In particular, the groups are finding a shortage of qualified candidates, such as malware writers, exploit developers, botnet operators, and mules. But unlike legitimate organizations, they are limited in their ability to properly vet new hires, to widely advertise for talent, and to find people who are both trustworthy and willing to break the law. And I thought it was very interesting. But basically, if you read the rest of the article, you can distill it down into this. If you actually do anything to protect your website that's more than everybody else, these are a bunch of kids, script kiddies is what they're called, who don't have much talent. They're not that neat television show, I don't know when that comes back on, about hacking. But it is one of these things where all you have to do is give up a little bit of resistance, and these people go to somewhere else because they have the minimum of skills for the most part. And if you run a good game of protection, backing things up, for the most part, these people will go elsewhere because they are just not that talented. The whole idea is that there's these criminal masterminds, and the reality from the people they busted and the inside people that she's talked to at the FBI is these people are not that smart. Especially now when a great deal of the companies like Google and Amazon and Microsoft are paying up for exploits if they have not been found already, and then they patch them. So, if you want to make 10, 20 grand, find a good exploit in Microsoft Windows, call them up and tell them, give them an example of it. You get 20 grand, man, maybe you got to pay a little taxes. But guess what? Yeah, you can sleep at night. And that is becoming a problem. Maybe why there's a little less low-level hacking and a great deal more high-end hacking, those high-end guys that actually know what they're doing and are criminals. Kind of a Venn diagram of those two put together is kind of rare. So they go after the big bucks. That's pretty much it for the news. I'll check during the break here and see if there's anything else going on. But for the most part, there just wasn't a whole great deal happening. And let's see what we can do out here. Umbrella had news last night as a bank shot on GoPro and what they're doing. Let me find the thing here. No. No wonder I'm on the wrong one. There we go. It's off, a little more than 9% today. It looks like it's going to come back down to its $33.39 low here fairly quick. Let's see if we do this. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if not a lot of volume today. I guess you could say that. Certainly on it, 4.4 million shares. I guess that's right. You've got 1.6 million shares. 4.4 million shares. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, 4.4. Actually, it is fairly decent. I must be getting some old quotes here today. Is that right? Today's the 4th. Okay. Chart's not showing it for one other reason. Anyway, nice move down here today. Volume, kind of interesting. Not a big candle so far, but we'll have to check that out later. So let's do this. Let's do them by changes for the movers out here. Is that right? Hang on a second. Oh, okay. I'm clicking on the wrong box. That will do it all the time. There we go. Other big movers that are interesting are, of course, Vita Pharmaceuticals off 52%, H&R Block off 16. HRB. So what's that down? 2752. That is down fairly far. Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. We'll try to get some data. Come on. Just give me a second. Okay. Down at 27.5 bucks. Wow, that's all the way through the lows, isn't it? Well, I'll figure out what's going on here, and we'll be back after the break.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Anyway, we're looking at H&R Block. It is off 16%. Takes you all the way back to October 15th. Last time in this price range, you had 5.9 million shares. And what'd you have here today? 18 million shares. So kind of an interesting move out here. We're getting a lot of these stocks both to the upside or the downside. To the downside, big volume when these things do roast out. Again, Ambarella is down 10%. Broadcom is up 7%. AVGO. Kind of interesting that they took the ticker of the company that they bought. Broadcom's up to 147. So, you know, you're back up here messing around these highs. Take a quick look at this one here. Broadcom, 147. I was 147.85. So that gets you up there, but it does not get you to break through these highs. You need 11 million shares. That goes back to the June 1st high of 2015. So got a little bit to work there with. If you have any thing that you'd like to talk about, you can give me a call at 877-927-6648. You can email me at path@tfnn.com. And, of course, you can post messages in the den. What else do we have? Energy recovery systems, Cylon Therapeutic, the Cooper companies. Yeah, it's hard to know what a company that calls itself the Cooper companies is, other than maybe it makes shoes. That's always interesting. The Cooper company is up about 5% at, where are they at? They're 151.94. So we're back into this big volume day down that goes back to what, the 3rd? Is that right? Yeah. The 4th, excuse me. About 5 million shares on that day, is it? Let me zoom in here and get that. Just 800,000 shares. Okay. The big day was the gap down after that. You get back up to 151. Energy is pretty good off the floor. You had a much lighter volume test out here of the previous low. The December 4th low came in with just a hair under 5 million shares. You went below it with just 1 million shares. So one of the better looking stocks out here, at least on a price volume basis, that says this thing doesn't want to go long. Energy is kind of decent off the lows too. The Cooper companies, let me get the profile for them here. Medical device company worldwide. Company develops, manufactures range of contact lenses, including, spherical lenses, toric and multifocal lenses that correct near and far-sightedness, as well as addresses various complex visual effects such as astigmatism and presbyopia. I never can pronounce that word. The company markets products to a network of field sales representatives. Yeah, the Cooper companies. Anyway, interesting. I don't think that gets you anything other than the fact that this thing does have a nice high and a big gap. You could see this come back into that gap. That takes you up to 160. So we still have some divergence out here. A handful of stocks with some volume. Generally, they get up to those highs, though, and there are just a lot of people not wanting to buy the breakout on any of those. I want to take a look at some of the other stocks out here as soon as I get a chance. So hang on just a second. I'm looking at some different stuff. Well, we're at 2002 on the S&P cash, 4.11 billion shares. What else do we have? Wingstop. This company came right up to its previous high. Let's take a quick look and see what this one is doing. WING. Up 66 cents. So, I don't know what you can say about that. It's got volume, 549,000. So, yeah, it's busted off its bottom. What's the other one? Winghouse, Buffalo Wild Wings, BWLD. Let's take a quick look at that one. How this it's coming back into its gap. BWLD. Of course, these things tend to get a little love, of course, around Final Four time. It's up 1%. Not all that exciting, 168.24. So this thing's really back into its gap. Came down on the 29th of November on a heavy volume of 4.4 million shares. And today we're up with less than 300,000. So, man, this is probably setting up. I would probably say, though, that, and I did this for Christmas, too, and missed it, but I would still say that probably what you're looking at is shorting this after the Final Four, after the big stuff. Is that match? It's March Madness, isn't it? I haven't seen anybody foaming at the mouth running down the street yet, but I'm sure, what is it, starting another week? Anybody follow that in the den and get started? But I think normally you get kind of a rally into this. Certainly this is not one that had a great deal of volume off the low, but we'll continue to check that out. What else? Take a few other. Unipixel, UNXL. Man, this thing is a penny stock now. It's off 7 cents on earnings. I don't know if you can make a great deal on this, trading at 69 cents, just out at the lows. Smith & Wesson, and this one, I looked at it this morning, SWHC. Up $1.65. That's 27.05. That gets you through the high. You needed 14 million shares. You got 10.5 million. So you're going to want to watch that into the close today and see how it's doing. What else do we have? Staples. Kind of interesting. I hadn't looked at this today, although I saw the news article. They are saying SPLS are saying that if it doesn't, a ruling doesn't go their way in the next, that's coming out the next few days, they're going to give up the ghost on trying to get Office Max. I don't know when that ruling is due. It didn't really change. It's down 1.5%, but a $10 stock, that's a margin of error. This thing, since they've really put that in, talk about a island reversal out here. That is, if you want to look at one, that's exactly what you have here. If you're looking for examples, the poster child for island reversals, that would be it. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute, and we'll get things going.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
And we're back. We'll get some of these going on out here for movers. Let's try this real quick. Just trying something out here. Okay, doesn't work either. Just having internet problems here. I'm trying to figure out why they happen while I'm on the show and not happen when I'm not on the show. But some questions just weren't meant to be answered, I suspect. But we will find out. Anyway, let me get my charts back up and running. Where are they at? Here they are. Other stocks of interest out here. Let's get to the movers out here. Inventor Foods, not familiar with this one. Symbol on it is SNAK, S-N-A-K. So let's take a quick look at this one. Wow, man, this thing's been going and doing nothing but headed down. Where's my list here? SNAK. Inventor Foods. Okay, down 12% at 565 as we hit right back up to the Confluence level. Confluence is 579 to 584. So maybe another dime in that. But this thing's just been making ABC after ABC after ABC down. It's a light volume stock, so I don't know if you can make a great deal about it or infer anything about the rest of any other markets out here. We talked about Ambarella being down 10%. Clean Energy Fuels, CLNE, another one down lower today. This is trading out what? At 315. Of course, volume out here, but I don't know if you can make a great deal. It went to 350 yesterday. 315 today. Yeah, I don't know. It's a volume on this thing. Take a quick look at it. Volume today is 5.7 million shares. And I'm going to figure this out. Not so much volume already. Yeah, your next major low out here is $2.15. That takes you back to the CLNE. And that would be it. Let's go back and check the indexes here for just a second while we're looking. I'll check in if I can get back to it. There we go. Okay, 2006 on the S&P cash 4.2 billion shares. So we popped fairly decent. A lot of volume. And the S&P 1997. Oh, that's interesting. I'm glad I went back there and updated that. Just up 4 points right now. 4.2 billion shares on the New York Consolidated Tape. So we've got that. We've got a handful of other things moving out here. Second Sight, Fate, Great Panther up at almost 9%. GPL, take a quick look at it. Yeah. So it's popped back up. What's volume today for Great Panther? It got to 82 cents today, trading at 80 now. 1.3 million shares. So I want to see if you can make anything of that. No, I don't think you can really do that. Look at back here a little bit. Guess you're really just getting into this resistance area coming from January 21st. That was 78 cents. Then the next resistance level up is 91 cents on the November 21st high. So I don't know if you can make anything more about it other than it's just in it. Oh, a buck coming at you. Okay, so you can't figure out what's, yeah, you got 90, 91. Tom's saying it's an ABC on the way up. You're looking for a buck, so I'm going back here and saying, where's anything back here at a big buck? Now maybe this volume day on September 22nd. You got 1.8 million shares there. High of the day was 102, so I imagine that's what he's talking about. You could get into that. Let's see what else we have moving out here as we close up the day. Marathon, I mean, there are a lot of stocks that you just normally don't see trading significantly higher or lower are out here today. Planet Fitness, which is the gym company, PLNT, is up 5% today. What's the trading at? 1566. That gets you above the February 3rd high. Man, you're in a big consolidation and congestion zone that goes back, though, to November 16th of last year. So you got a lot of people out here lining up to get their cash back if they're still in it from those levels. Kind of hard to see anything in this chart whatsoever. What else do we have? We talked about Inventor Foods, Smith & Wesson, Unipixel, Wingstop. Oh, we didn't get to this one. We needed to get to it. HPE. Probably should have talked about this. And, of course, that's Hewlett-Packard, up 13%. I've talked in the den to one of my subscribers since his wife used to work for him or still works for him. But we were talking about the whole split up into two companies. And normally the thing that you do is exactly what HP did, which is you stick all the horrible things in one company. You stick all the debt you can in one company. You tell everybody it's equitable, and all the good stuff goes into one, and all the horrible stuff goes into the other one. So what else you have? The December 30th high at 1548 came in with 6.2 million shares. We're into 25 million shares now. I had a feeling that everybody and their dog was short this, thinking that they would do rather horribly. But, you know, now that they're kind of out of the printer consumer printer business and out of a lot of the consumer PC kind of businesses and only dealing with the enterprise, that was where 80% of the money was anyway. So you're back up into these highs. It looks like you're going to have all the volume you need. You needed 25 million to go through the December 1st high in Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, HPE, and you got it today. So I don't know if things still can go better for them, but It'd be kind of nice if all you had to do is say, I'm going to split the company up. Anything that's not doing well, I stick over. In this company, all the wonderful stuff, the unicorns, the rainbows are in this company, and I'm going to keep it. But 1588, you're kind of up that. You got to 1584 today. And I don't know if you can make anything else about it other than it's up against that December 1st high. And like I said, everybody wants to buy the pullback. No one wants to buy the breakout. That's the way this market's been for a while. We'll be back in a minute. I see Tom O'Brien warming up in the den, and that will be it.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Tom O'Brien, professional trader and educator, founder of TFNN. Also, a special guest on CNBC. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
And we're back. Having kind of an interesting day here in the daily trading newsletter. Added a position in the Tech Insider if you're a subscriber, and I think kind of led right into that today. So kind of interesting. Have some very interesting stocks in a sector that no one's talking about, and actually I'm long it. But a lot of interesting action. But it's going to be one of these things I'm going to have to sit on my hands for a while to let it play out. I see Tom O'Brien is getting ready to close up the week. And a question in my email from Dan says, can you look at Mobileye? And looking at it as a short. What is it? MB. One of the problems with this company, of course, is it's got a pack of wolves after it. It has some of the best top shorts out there from Citron, basically raining bad news on it. And why that isn't the end-all be-all, it is very hard to get any kind of good news out of this. The big thing you have to really think about is the potential and how many other people are short this, because they've been pushing that agenda for a while. So just let's see if I can get back to Mobileye here for a second. See what it's doing today. MBLY, right? Okay. So it's up 3%. Trading out at 34.76. So, up a buck. That would be the big issue, I think, is that you just have a big short interest in this. And that may make it a little bit more difficult. I don't know if you've checked to see whether or not you can actually borrow it. One of the problems with many of these stocks that Citron gets on is everybody and their dog hops on this thing, and it does make it kind of a jumpy stock. So you may want to check something like that out. In fact, why don't I check it out right now and see what it's looking like on the dailies. You had a lot of people shorting at the lows. That's not always the thing that I like. Volume's been light the last couple of days. To the MBLY. Let's see what they have to say. The last report for short interest came out on the 12th of February. So you're back a ways on that. 10 days to cover. So you got to think that this thing came up a bit on the 12th. So you've got, it's pretty much done nothing. Got a gap down and then filled it on the same day. So it's pretty much been going up. But you got about 10 days to cover on this, which means that, like I said, when you get some of these stocks where everybody and their dog is short these things, under $50 stocks, and they hear somebody like Citron or Icon or any of these other guys hate these stocks, you get some fairly large short interest on these things, and that makes it incredibly volatile. I don't see anything right now. I can't say that the stock looks really good, but at the same time, I would have to say that until I started seeing the short interest kind of come out of this, and maybe even a short squeeze intraday, this thing could move $3 or $4 without a lot of volume. You saw the short squeeze come in. You saw all the weak hands get out. Then maybe I could get and take a look at this. But, man, 10 days to cover, that is awful tough for me. And I don't know what else you can say about it other than that. In the meantime, sell when you can, not when you have to. And we'll hang on for Tom O'Brien to wrap up the week here at TFNN.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
You're watching Tiger TV.